I feel like if there was anyone to talk about this topic that we're going to talk about today, it's a good thing that it's us because we are pretty knowledgeable in two very specific aspects that make up this topic.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, us. Round of applause.
Yeah. Although it's weird because they're two things that like you wouldn't think would go together, but they do, and you're like, okay, well then.
It's true.
All right. And like very specifically for people like us.
Very, very specifically. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to this week's episode of the Season Anime Checkup OVA. It's episode number 38. 3 plus 8 equals 11. That has no bearing whatsoever to this episode.
I thought you were going to try and find a way to make a bunch of eights because of our topic.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
That's me coming in, making everything a bummer. I'm Jared, by the way. Mr. Bummer himself. Hello. Joined as always by the best podcast co-host on the planet Mars.
Wow.
That's Anne Ladyem.
Hi. You know there's no podcasts on Mars, right?
You don't know that. What's the Mars rover doing up there? Maybe he's recording his own podcast.
He just sings happy birthday to himself.
That could be a podcast.
Okay, fair point.
Aha. Oh, man. We're going to talk about a game today on this podcast where we talk about anime, manga, and video games, have conversations about them.
Mm-hmm.
Almost forgot that.
You did. You did.
This game just recently came out. What would you say, like 2 weeks ago, probably?
It came out on the 18th.
Which would be 11 days ago.
I mean, it's pretty easy to remember when it came out.
Is it?
Yes, it came out on his birthday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Duh.
Sorry, I forgot about that part. I'm old. You gotta keep that in mind.
I'm older than you.
Shh.
No excuses.
So we're talking about a collaboration, a mashup, if you will, of video games and music.
Yep.
It's a first time for one of these types of things. You know, they're experimenting with. I think maybe eventually they'll start doing these things more wide and mainstream. But music rhythm games, they're a thing. They're happening right now,
They are a
right
thing.
here. This one in
decided to play
particular.
one.
Did you say we haven't played one?
No, we decided to play one.
Oh, yeah, we decided to play one. This one in particularly is very strange.
Yes.
Because like the idea on paper, I think specifically is like it's a slam dunk in a way because you think of it and you're like, why aren't more people doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And specifically if you look at like the history of this genre and rhythm games, it's not great.
Nah.
It's like real bad looking games or games that are like impenetrable to normal people who aren't just like that don't just exclusively play rhythm games. Which even you could probably say this one probably has a little bit of problems with that as well.
Oh, it definitely does.
We are talking about Beat EVO?
EVO.
EVO, like the fighting game tournament. YG, as in YG Entertainment.
Yep.
It's a K-pop rhythm game.
It is a K-pop rhythm game. It is only focusing specifically on groups that are in YG or were in YG.
Hence the name.
Hence the name. So for all you weirdo 21 fans, they're still there. Even though they don't deserve to be. But you also get some really big hitters like Big Bang and G-Dragon. Psy, if you guys remember him for a few years ago. He's in there.
We just all forgot about him.
No, I mean, Psy actually makes really good stuff. People just don't... I mean...
Side note, though, like, I was surprised that, like, the big things that, you know, we would know him from, those songs aren't even in this game.
No, that's not what he's famous for. Not there. Although, Gentleman was really popular over there.
I don't think that's in there. Or maybe it is, and I haven't seen it. I don't know.
But
There's a lot of songs in there.
There's a lot of songs, and so you have, again, Big Bang, G-Dragon. You're gonna have collaborations like GD and TOP. You're gonna have GD and Taeyang. You have 21. You have Blackpink. You have Winner, Icon, Lehigh, Akmu. I'm forgetting some, but I mean, you have a lot of really, really huge hitters in K-pop. I mean, obviously because YG is a huge hitter in K-pop, but I was real stoked when I heard about this game because I'm a big, big, big fan of Big Bang and G-Dragon.
Right.
So I saw it on Facebook and I'm like, no way, there's no way this is real. And then I was looking into it and I'm like, no, wait, this is actually real. And so then I like put it out to you like, hey, did you see this? Did you know this existed?
I was like, no. And it's like, it's, you know, a rhythm game based around like, you know, certain artists I like. I was like, yeah, I'm into this. Let's go. And like, I think there was like a bit of trepidation though, like going into it, because like you're thinking, you know, the website kind of looks a little sketchy.
Oh, it does. It looks super sketchy.
Is this thing going to even be like A, good, B, remotely like worthwhile, C, work,
Right.
D, just going to come and steal all my money, and then E, destroy my phone?
That was legitimately my concern, is that it looked so sketch when I first saw it. I'm like, I feel like this is some kind of scam.
Right? Because you
But
don't
it's-
really hear like, you know, like, oh, this I guess what would you call YG? It's like a record label almost.
They're an entertainment company.
Sure, something like that. Like you don't really see like that type of thing, like being like, oh, we're gonna put out, you know, a game just based on all of our artists and throw that out there. Like, I mean, it doesn't really happen here. So, and I guess I don't really see it much happening in Japan, or else I'm not like paying attention to it that much. Like mostly if you're seeing like rhythm games with a bunch of like specific, like focused on like one set of songs from an artist, it's like it's an anime rhythm game or something like that.
Right. Anime and video games are what I'm used to seeing.
Mm-hmm. And this is like, it's a rarity, and almost like we were saying, like it seems like such a slam dunk. Like, why aren't more people doing things like this? Like, because like it's a big like it's advertising essentially. It's a huge like advertisement for like all these artists, and like, you know, you could come in like as like, oh, I just like Big Bang, and then like you will play through the game and find like new artists. You'll be like, hey, these people sound good or different or something like that, or maybe I'll want to go check them out later on.
Or like in your case where you like Big Bang and you like G-Dragon, but by playing through the game, you actually realized there were more songs that you didn't know about that G-Dragon had released. You're like, oh, I really want that song, and you went and bought a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really, really good advertisement. It's also bad advertisement because at the same time, I realized that 21 is absolute hot garbage.
Oh God.
And they literally only had one good song ever, and so that's a bummer.
It's always a disappointment when like you see them come up in like the set list. You're like, oh no.
No. Yeah, I kind of cringe every time I see them. I'm like, ugh.
Which makes it even like funnier that the way the game like tags Lollipop, it's like, oh, it's a Big Bang song, and that's it.
Song.
No mention of them whatsoever, even though like that song came out from them.
It was featuring Big Bang.
Yeah, so like that,
Yeah.
It's super strange, but like I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take that.
Yeah, but they did some weird stuff. Like 21, they just have Dara and CL as the members of 21, even though like there are certain instances later on in the game they're like, oh, Park Bomb existed, and like, yeah, she did.
Like, here's one of her solo songs under 21.
Yep.
Totally not awkward or anything.
No, it's really weird. But actually, one thing that I was happy about is that I had seen Agmu on 2 Days, One Night, when I was watching it, and I actually got to know some of their catalog a lot better through this. I was like, oh, hey, they're actually like stupidly talented.
Yeah, like I think they were kind of like one of the groups that really stood out to me because they sound different than everyone else.
They do. They have a really, really unique sound, especially out of YG's catalog.
Right.
Like they don't go for the like intense rapping or like the harder sound. Like they're fine with being like kind of cutesy and kind of boppy, and
Hmm.
it was fine. But like they really are talented.
It really helps them stand out amongst like everyone else, and like they have like their own unique sound. Like you're not gonna like be confusing them with someone else or thinking like a song of theirs is a different groups or something like that. So it really really helps in that aspect, and once again ties back into like, hey, this is a great thing for advertisement for
Hmm.
all of these groups.
Except for 21.
Except for 21, it's an advertisement to say, hey, don't buy their stuff.
But I mean, like you said, it's amazing for the rest of the groups. And actually, some of the groups I didn't even like. I had never heard of them. Um, some of them I wouldn't ever buy any of their stuff, but some of them I would. Um, like I had a brief encounter on Pandora with Winter, and I
Hmm.
was like, oh hey, this is fine. Like, but I never really looked into them.
Right.
But then after playing more of Winter's songs in here, I'm like, oh hey, they're actually really good.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
It also is kind of surprising to think like just there's ways you can see like how long YG's been going versus like, oh, here's this group that's been around since like the late 90s are in
Yeah.
this game, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, are you talking about Junoshan?
Yeah,
They're one of the first YG groups.
which makes sense. So it's like,
Hmm.
because I think like there was something in there that was like, oh, they were from like 97 or something like that. I was like, good lord,
Yeah.
that's a long time. Also, like there's a subsection where it's like, here, play songs from the YG family, and it's
Yeah.
like this one album from like the very early 2000s because you can tell it's very dated sounding.
Hmm. But then, as I was showing you earlier, the second YG Family album had G Dragon's like first song on it when he was like 12 or 13 years old.
Why isn't that in the game?
That's a good question. I would hope that it would be. Like it would be hilarious if they put that under the actual like G Dragon artist
Right.
section.
It
Oh
would
my
be so
God, that'd be
goofy.
hilarious.
So
So I
obviously,
guess
oh, sorry.
go ahead.
No, you were saying first.
Okay. I was gonna say, I guess we should actually talk about how this game works.
Yeah, because I was about to say like we come at this game through like two different lenses. Like you're the big K-pop fan,
I'm a big
and
K-pop fan. You're
I'm
the big
like
rhythm game
I'm the
fan.
big rhythm game fan. Yeah, so like you were like super excited, like, oh yeah, I get to play all these songs, and I'm like, yeah, I get to play all these songs too, but I'm real curious to see how this game plays specifically. And I think like there are some mechanics to this game where it is very interesting and also can be very challenging for people who aren't accustomed to rhythm games specifically. So like when you're playing, the game kind of has like this half circle. It's very similar to Love Live School Idol Festival if you've played that. But it's basically the playing area is split up into thirds. So you
Yep.
have one third on the left, bottom is the second third, and then on the on the right is the third third. It's a tongue twister there. The left and right basically are their own thing. They mirror each other. So you'll have bars come down, which that's for each individual group that'll happen. Holds will occur there, and those holds can be either stationary or they will move, which is specific to those sections by themselves. And also you will have like scratching sections where like you'll have to
Hmm.
swipe a direction, and that's only on those left and right sections. On the bottom third is basically if you've played like a lot of different rhythm games, like this is similar to how Love Live is. The difference between this and Love Live is like Love Live is the half circle, but it's like split up into 9 different buttons, and that's how you play. You have like your single buttons, your holds, and then like your double hits and double holds and all that sort of stuff. That's basically how that happens on this like lower third. You have just like single button presses, the bar, holds, double hits, double holds. Um, I think that's it. Unless I'm missing something, but it's very easy, or I should say it's very easy, but it's pretty simple on like the easier difficulties because they'll basically kind of limit you to like, oh, you're just gonna hit bars here. We're not
Yep.
gonna upgrade you into like holds. Well, there's some holds, but like not into like single button presses. Normal is where you get into that, and then hard is basically just like we're just gonna let you loose, and it gets crazy.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
insane.
So basically, you just have like everything going on at once. You'll be having like a moving hold on the right side while you're hitting buttons on the bottom, and it can get very complicated very quickly. And some of the the completion goals for the song specifically are can be quite challenging.
Yeah. I just remember I was so excited because in one of the sections I was like, "Oh, Taeyang's Only Look at Me. I really love this song." And then you're like, "Oh yeah, it's the first hard song on there." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize there were difficulties." And then I went to play it and I was like, "FML, this is really really hard."
So for someone like me, where I was like, I'm accustomed to like playing rhythm games where it's like each song has its own difficulty and so on and so forth. So for like, because I'm gonna say I play a lot of Love Live, so that's kind of like my go-to for mobile rhythm games specifically. There are 5 difficulties for that. It's easy, normal, hard, expert, and master.
Ugh.
So basically, easy and normal are pretty simple. Hard's basically kind of the catch-all for like for where you're comfortable playing with it. Expert, they speed things up and add more notes, and then master is basically it speeds up even more and adds more notes. It gets real complicated there. This is a little bit different. It's just like think easy, normal, and hard.
Mm-hmm.
And there are also speed settings as well, which can be kind of helpful at times depending on what you need. So you have a slow, you have a normal speed, and then you have a fast speed. Basically, that just slows down the notes coming to you. So, for example, if you are having trouble like getting double notes like concurrently happening and you're missing those a lot, like you could slow the song down and make sure you get your timing right there. Or for example, if you're playing a song and you're not able to discern exactly like the spacing in between a bunch of notes, you could speed it up and that will kind of space them out a little bit further. That way you'll have like a little bit better chance to get your timing down and be able to hit all those notes. So that's a little bit different than like what Love Live has. Love Live is just like a stationary speed. You don't get to change it or anything. But one of the things I think this game kind of does that is a little bit unfortunate is that it doesn't really tell you like how hard a song is.
Mm-mm.
And that is very detrimental to like when you're playing through and then all of a sudden you hit a song and you're just like, well, I didn't realize the song was going to be super difficult. And also
Right.
just with how in set list, it'll just like change the difficulty up on a whim. So like early on it's like, oh, they gradually ease you from like easy to normal pretty well, and then they just like sneak a hard one in there on you and you're just like, I'm not really ready for this quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, it should have, like, I know that you get stars for like finishing it, so stars might not be the right way to go about this, but that's just how I'm thinking is like in Persona, it'll say like, oh, here's the beats per minute, and like this is the actual difficulty of this game or this song.
Right.
And you're like, oh, okay, I got this, I can do this. And
There
then the
needs to
ones
be
that are really
tiers.
hard, I don't. Yes, there need to be tiers, really, and much clearer tiers than there are in this.
Right, because like even if you go into like the training room, it's just it'll separate the songs out by band or group or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it just lists them in order that you unlock them.
Yep.
And also doesn't really give you any indication of like this song's harder than this song, or we order these songs to be unlocked in a way that are like, oh, these earlier songs are going to be easier note charts than these harder songs are, particularly. So it's a little unclear on that sort of thing, and that's a big bummer.
It is. I didn't realize that I was this bad at rhythm games until I started playing this one. And I was like, well, I guess I'm really terrible at this, and I just should give up at life.
I mean, like we were saying this, before we started recording, but like, I would not compare this game to like Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Like, I think this thing is like a few steps up from P4 Dance specifically, in terms of like
sense.
in terms of like how the rhythm game is and all that sort of stuff. Because P4 Dance is, I wouldn't say it's like a basic level, but it is kind of like it's not super complex in its mechanics or anything like that. I mean, it gets harder on the harder difficulties, like obviously it would, but nothing to the extent that this game does.
Right. I think the big issue with this one, and I know that it's because like it's a way to make money, because there are options to buy things in this game to help you
Right.
along. They require way too many stars to unlock different levels, though.
There is a steep curve in terms of like just progression.
Yes.
And like maybe that's their way of trying to balance the game, because unlike a lot of free to play mobile games in general, this game doesn't have an energy system, which is
True.
extremely shocking in every sense of the word, because you would think, like, especially with how it's a rhythm game, they would want to limit how long you play, and then make you pay money to, or pay the premium currency to keep playing. This is just like, hey, you want to play all day and then grind out and try and figure out a way to keep progressing? Sure, why not? You can do that. But at the same time, it's also, they're doling out lower level cards to you every time like you complete a song you haven't played before, or things like that. So you're getting a lot of cards, but you're not really getting cards that are like a high enough level to help you progress in the road shows specifically. So you could be grinding all day, but you may not be making any progress, and that's kind of a bad thing. It does do a decent job of like, hey, there's a reward every day you log in and everything like that. There's quests every day that you can do, but they're pretty much the same thing. So there's not a lot of variety in them, and you're getting the same rewards every time. So it's either you get the premium currency of diamonds, or for quests specifically, I mean, you get the free versions of being able to go get contracts. But even then, it's just like, here's another lower level contract for you to get. If you want to, the diamonds are basically like, hey, if you want to spend X amount of diamonds, you can get a chance at a better card. I've spent diamonds before and got a level 1 rank 90 card out of it, and it's like, that's real sketchy.
Yep.
So
I've had that happen too.
It's kind of a bummer. Like, I wish there was a like a better way of being able to do that. I wish maybe like it did a better job of like doling out premium currency, or made things like a little bit cheaper for the contract specifically. Because I obviously I'm gonna keep going back to this, but like Love Live does a good job of they have a premium currency, but you can do a lot of different things in that game to get that premium currency, and you're able to save them up a lot and get better cards out of it. So like, if you spend 50 hearts, which is like the top of where you can get like the new cards essentially. They'll be like, hey, you spend 50, you'll get 11 new cards, and these are all going to be like rare or higher. And with this, you don't really,
you don't have that guarantee.
You don't really have that guarantee per se. There is a thing like, oh, you spend 880, you'll get 10 new ones, but that's just like, that's just the equivalent exchange essentially, because it's 88 for 1 and then 880 for 10. I think you might have a better chance of getting like better cards in that the one time I did it, but even then it's not really a guarantee. And just like, there is also a thing where like, oh, which this is a little bit more egregious, I would say, maybe the most egregious thing in the entire game, where it's like, oh, you can give us more money monthly, and we'll open up another section of the game for you. We'll give you more stuff. You'll get like discounts on things. Which, like, if the like premium membership thing, which I think is like the platinum stuff or whatever.
Platinum.
Yeah. If that thing was like, hey, you spend $10 and it's just a one-time fee, and you can have this membership, and you'll get access to these new songs. You'll get maybe like a little bit better cards here and there, not to like the extent that they're doing now. Like, I feel like that would be totally fine.
But it is $8 per month.
Per month. That's egregious. And also, like, if you want to buy a premium skin for when you're playing, like, those have time limits on them.
Yep. I think that's ridiculous if they
That
have
is,
time
yeah.
limits.
It's it's like, why would you even bother?
No, I mean, there's no reason.
It's a shame because like there are legitimately there's cool things to this game, and you can see like around the edges of like where this thing could be real good, but you know it makes some very strange decisions here and there, and where you're just left questioning like why.
Yeah, and there's very little explanation throughout the game that makes some things very difficult. I remember that I've had a conversation with you and I've had a conversation with someone else on like how in the world does it work with like leveling up your cards or your artists or whatever they're called. Because it doesn't really explain it to you. It just is there.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to explain it to me, but the game doesn't do a good job of that. And I wonder if maybe that's like a language thing.
It might be because this game is it's a Chinese based game.
Yeah.
From a company in Hong Kong. And then there is also just like some weird localization issues as well, just through like some of the story text and all that stuff. So it could just be a thing lost in translation, but
Yeah, like even in the loading screen, you have like Sungli's going to the ramen shop,
yeah,
and so I mean it's just like quality control, but that doesn't affect the game so much. But
right,
not explaining to me things does affect the game because when you have to have like a certain group influence, but you don't know how to level up your artist enough to get that influence, and you're like,
Mhm.
okay, well, I don't know how to do this.
It kind of seems like it thinks that if you're playing this game, you have a preconceived notion of how these types of games work, which is
But
a lot of like the free to play games. It's like, oh, you'll get a bunch of lower level cards and you just feed them to cards to make them stronger, essentially, and that's kind of like the basis for this. But you can't necessarily assume that everyone's going to know that.
well, and especially with a game like this, because like YG is a more broad audience
Right.
than say like Love Live.
Yeah.
You're not going to have as many people who are familiar with that kind of mechanic with something like this. Like,
Right.
I don't think your average Big Bang fan is going to be like, oh, I'm really into rhythm games all the time and
Or
come in
know how
here.
free to play games in general work.
Right. So it gets a little muddled, I will say.
And even like when it attempts to like explain something, like there was a few times even me, I was like, I don't really know how this works.
Yeah.
Until like I had to like kind of like trial and error, and eventually it's like, oh, okay, well this is how this works and all that sort of stuff. But even then, like there's still some stuff on there I'm just like, I don't know what this does. So
That's problematic.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. One thing that I think is interesting, it's kind of cool in a way, is that it does have a form of a story mode. Like you do have a story, although it's a little weird at times.
It is a little weird.
Um, but the whole plot of this game is that you're a manager at YG and you're leveling up, and what you're supposed to do is collect these artist contracts, and then at that point they're trainees and you can put them into the group, and then eventually you debut them and then you level up the group. Did I explain that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's kind of cool. And then, I haven't really seen anybody outside of Big Bang explaining it to me, but maybe that's because I picked Big Bang at the beginning.
Eventually there will be like different people.
Okay. But you have like every once in a while a quest in the main quest. It's like, hey, go to this dude or go to this room and they'll talk to you. And so like I've had G Dragon come talk to me shirtless for whatever. They're mostly shirtless. Which I understand, like that's the demographic, but also like, do they have to be shirtless?
Of course.
Whatever. So I've had G Dragon, Daesung, and Seungli all talk to me, and I mean it was cool.
But even then, like some of the quests that they make you do for the level up requirements are just like are kind of nonsensical. Like there's some that are like are things you need, like go start your manager promotion contract. Here's how you upgrade your artist, which that's definitely something you need to know.
Yeah.
But then there's also times like go to the training room and just I don't know, play this song. I don't know. And then, like that's the entire thing. And I'm shirtless, yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, it's neat that it's in there, but I don't know like how well conceived it is.
Well, and I still am very confused by the Lego car. Like, I don't know why Daesung has a Lego car in a glass case, but that's something that's really, really confusing for me, and I feel like I need some form of context.
And also, they just name drop Lego in this thing because
why not?
Totally not gonna get in trouble for that.
But I guess, I mean, it's in depth, and I do like that there's something beyond just like, hey, go tap out the rhythm stuff.
True,
but
yeah,
I really wish there was a way for me to not be behind this wall that I'm stuck behind and frustrated as heck.
Right. I would say, like, there is a large variety of songs.
Yes.
Like, the song list is very vast, but there's also this weird thing of you never know if a song is going to be the full-length version or if it's going to be a hacked-together version.
You really, really don't. It's weird how they do that.
There's like, there's some of them that are like behind the paywall that are like, here's the full version of this song. But then other ones are just like, it's the chopped up version, or you just get the full version for fun. I don't know, and it never really it never tells you, like in the song titles or anything. So you literally never know.
You know what song could have definitely been shorter?
Any 21 song.
Well, I was specifically thinking the CL solo MTBD.
That could have just been a second, and it still would have been too long.
It's completely 1,000% true. And they keep making me play that one now. Like,
it's
no,
so bad.
I don't want to play this anymore. They also have, and you may have to explain this better than I do. They have a section that's like schedules where it's like, oh, hey, this group needs to do this performance here, and then they give you like a set amount of songs, and you either have to do the same kind of like, don't miss any notes in the set list,
right,
or get all combo on the set list. I don't get so many points on this set list, whatever. And then you get stuff, but I don't know what the stuff is.
So the stuff is basically items that will help you when you upgrade someone. Or not upgrade, evolve them, I think, is the terminology. But basically it's like once someone, like, their level maxes out, you have to upgrade them or evolve them, and they'll get a new bar on their card. So that way you can keep leveling them up. And
this is literally K-pop idol Pokemon.
Essentially, yeah, it is.
With rhythm.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, like those items you get in the schedules are what you use for that.
Oh, okay. So I will never get to use those because I'm stuck forever behind the wall. I wonder, one issue that I've been considering is that I have a 6SE. So it's like a 5-inch screen. I'm like, I wonder if maybe my weird claw hands are making it so that like my hand cramps and I miss notes or whatever. But
it's completely possible.
I wonder, but I might just be terrible.
I mean, like, that's not going to help you. You're not going to get better with the claw grip.
Yeah, the claw is pretty gnarly, and I think for the first few days that I was playing it, like, I got some intense forearm muscles going on.
It does. I have a 6S Plus. I think. I don't know. It's the big one.
You have a big phone.
I have a big phone, so like it's pretty fine on that. I don't really have any issues that way, but I can see like with the smaller screen specifically, like, yeah, it could definitely lead to problems like that where you're like kind of like cramped up on the phone and just playing it in a bad way, in a
Yeah.
very uncomfortable way too, probably. Don't
Oh,
risk
it's
injury playing rhythm
def-
games.
no, it's really unpleasant at times. And I've stayed up really, really late playing this a few times, just trying to make it past that wall, and it's not happening. I still have like, I don't remember.
Like
One, two, three, four is still locked for me.
at this point, like you're basically, you need to like just keep leveling people up and get your influence up so you can you can get higher scores on stuff, and then
Yeah.
just keep practicing so you can get all combos on pretty much everything. That's pretty much all. It's I mean, obviously I was in the same spot you are now, but it's pretty much the only thing you can do.
Yeah, so I don't feel like it's a game that I'm gonna like regularly go to every single day, but I might keep it on there and go back to it every once in a while and see if I can like not be terrible at it so I can eventually get past the hurdle, but I don't know, man. Uh all I know is it was really exciting to get to play some of like my favorite songs in a rhythm game. That
Yeah.
was real ace. Um Also, there was this really weird part of the game. I'm trying to remember where it was, but do you remember which part I'm talking about?
No.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird parts of this game.
It's true. I think it was Last Dance.
Oh, right.
Where it's like, here's this like video, and then it says thanks for playing, and I'm like, what?
And it's like focused on TOP for some reason,
It is
which
focused
is like,
on TOP.
am I supposed to be reading into something here, or that was real weird. Like the first time I got it, I was like, what? Why is this playing?
It was like credits. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And speaking of TOP, I know that there was a little bit of controversy right around the release because they cut out. He was supposed to be one of the guys who like walks you through the story mode, and they cut his out and replaced him with someone else. I forgot who they replaced him with because of his whole scandal nonsense. Right. So that's really lame. Because TOP really did nothing wrong. Free TOP, guys. Free TOP.
Hashtag.
Can we just free him from the military? Like, can we spring him? Is there a way to do that?
I mean, we'll probably get in a lot of trouble if we did that.
Okay, well, bummer. I don't know. I mean, it was, considering it was free, and considering like how much enjoyment I did get out of it until I didn't have fun with it anymore, and then it just became more frustrating. Like, I'm pretty happy with what it is.
Yeah. Was there any songs that you thought like you wished was in it?
See, I don't know because I don't know all the songs in there.
Well, I mean, you can look. Like, if you go to the training room, you can see all the songs, even like lock songs that you haven't unlocked.
Can you really?
Yeah, because you can pay diamonds and unlock them right now.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll pass. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff on the. You're right. There are like full version things.
Right, but it's like only, hey, become one of our monthly paid premium members and you get access to them. Come to the platinum room, where it's all platinum in a room. You paid $8 a month to be here.
Ugh, it's so gross. Like, why?
People will pay that though,
Oh, I know they will, and I'm
dump
sure
a lot
like,
of money in this game.
they're making a ton of money off of it, but I don't know, just.
That's the free to play market. Microtransactions. Oh.
I can think of one that
Okay.
I'm surprised that it's not on there. She Can't Get Enough. Do you know that one?
No.
It sounds like an old boy band song. I feel like that and Dirty Cash definitely should have been on here because those are some real early Big Bang songs.
Why isn't Big Bang by Big Bang on there?
Big Bang should have been on here. Oh my God, why was it not? I'm trying to look and see. It's weird that the Epic High version of or Tableau version of Eyes, Nose, and Lips isn't on here. That's really, really weird. Looking through GD stuff. I mean, I joked earlier, like when it came out, that ROD was on here, so it was Game of the Year. But obviously, it's not the case. Weird that they didn't put the entirety of the new album on there.
Because it's missing like one song.
Divina Comida.
Yeah,
Why is that not here? That's upsetting.
that's a good question.
A Boy is on here. I'd say Butterfly would have been cool on here. I don't know if you know that one.
I don't know if I do.
Was Obsession on there? I don't remember.
I don't
Wait.
remember.
How is Heartbreaker not on here?
You got me.
Legitimately, how is Obsession's under GD and TOP.
Okay.
Heartbreaker was like his first solo song.
But didn't you say like Pete, like he got or there was a lot of controversy around that song?
There was, but meh. Meh.
The classic Al reaction. Meh.
Shake the World should have been on here.
I eagerly await EVO YG Al edition.
I mean,
Coming soon to mobile devices near you.
I know my set list, man. Black should have been on here for sure.
Let me ask you this, like,
Okay, ask me.
obviously this is like kind of like new territory and like a rarity in and of itself, but do you think like this will open the doors for like other entertainment groups to be like, hey, let's do the same, let's do something similar? Or is YG just big enough that they're able to like, hey, we can afford to have a video game made?
I think that's part of the issue, though, is that YG does have a lot of money behind them.
Because you do have to think as well, like, you know, there's a lot of songs in this, but obviously that's also a lot of licensing fees.
Oh, it is. I think the only other entertainment company that might have enough people as in groups, and have the resources behind them is probably SM, the guys who have like Shiny and EXO and groups like that.
Right.
They're the only one I can think of off the top of my head that would be able to do it. But what's with all the letters like SM, YG? Yeah. Well, I forget about them because they're the worst.
We yeah, should bleep them out.
Free BAP, guys. Free BAP.
What if we just made our own rhythm game and licensed the BAP catalog and then all the G-Friend songs that we like?
I mean, if I had all the money in the world, 1,000% yes.
It would be real good.
I mean, I would just play one if it was literally just BAP.
I mean, obviously, that's...
Because, like, they've only been going for 5 years. Well, five and a half at this point. But they have a great catalog, and they have a lot of stuff.
It would be such, like, an extensive catalog and a lot of different songs that you would be able to play, so it wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm playing the same style of songs over and over. It's like, no, it's very diverse, and especially from era to era to era.
Oh, yeah. I think that's one thing, though, that's really weird to me, is that they have the Big Bang catalog.
Right.
And Big Bang has been at this for 11 years.
Right.
You'd think that the songs on here, there would have had more of them.
I mean, they have a lot on here. Like, I think they probably like double like everyone else.
True, but
it is a lot of like later stuff.
Yeah, it falls a lot heavier. Like, I'd say the most recent, like on the made albums. It has some stuff that's pre-made, but for the most part, it leans heavily on the MADE. I don't know, like Sunset Glow, why wasn't that on here? That's such a good song, but that was really, really early. I mean, they've been a group since I graduated high school, so like
3,000 years ago.
Yes, as I am currently actually a mummy. I'm not a real person anymore. But I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity to put some of their older stuff on there because their older stuff is really, really different from the stuff that they do now. And
Maybe that's the reason.
maybe, but it's still fun. I mean, like you're saying, put Big Bang on there. That's a funny song.
Yeah. I wonder
Um,
as well though that, I don't know the differences between like something like this and how different it would be to like Rock Band, where for Rock Band the way they have to chart all of like the instruments and everything, like they need like the master tracks for each individual song,
um,
so they can chart out each individual instrument. So I don't know if that's the case for this or not. I would probably lean that it's not,
yeah.
but I wonder if it could be something to where like they don't have like good high fidelity recordings of like those earlier tracks per se.
But I mean, they have stuff from like the 90s and the early 2000s.
But
So,
I mean, yeah, like they can have like that older stuff. But maybe for like Big Bang specifically, like some of that older stuff isn't necessarily the best quality.
yeah.
That's a possibility. I like obviously like I said, I have no idea if that's the case or not. Like it probably isn't, but it's a possibility.
The only other one, just off the top of my head, that I feel like is missing, and there's probably, considering what it is, a good reason for it. But if you remember, YG licensed the music for that terrible Maroon 5 song, This Love, and then G Dragon covered it, wrote his
Oh
own
right.
lyrics, but he performed that in Seoul at his most recent concert in Seoul. So like he hasn't stopped embracing that song.
I mean, he could perform it as much as he wants. It's a different thing when you have to when you have licensing fees to.
That's what I'm wondering is like, is it
I
a
feel like that
licensing
one's
thing?
very specifically a licensing thing.
Because that one's a really, really funny song. I like that
Yeah.
song a lot. He has an English and a Korean version of that one.
It's probably why you don't see his song with like Missy Elliott on here,
Oh, that one's good.
because you'd have to pay licensing fees to her as well.
Yeah, makes sense. But he also has a version of it without her.
Okay, yeah, true. In that case,
Yeah, because it's a dang good song. It would have been awesome on here. I would have loved it.
moral of the story: rhythm games are just in terms of licensing fees.
It makes sense. I mean, like that's one real big issue with this game is that it's hampered by having to license everything. I mean, even with G Dragon, like there's not a whole lot of G Dragon songs on here, and he has a really big catalog on his own. So
Right.
I don't know. Like you said, it's an issue with rhythm games, and will always be an issue with rhythm games.
And I think
Uh,
even as well, it's an issue between like, how do we draw people in? Do we draw them in by just having the hits, or do we draw them in by bringing them in by having the hits, but also on the side having like these deep cuts, these maybe songs that you don't know if you only know the hits specifically. So
mhm.
that's a balance as well.
I'm happy that Lies was on there because Lies is a really, really good song that most people don't know because it's one of their older ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I got to it. I can't remember, but did you ever get to Haru Haru?
I I think that song specifically is behind the paywall.
Lame. I was wondering if they did the acoustic version or the actual album version because they only perform the acoustic live now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to spend $8 a month to find out.
I'll pass. I'm poor.
Uh,
I mean, that could legitimately be said for most anything. I'll
True.
pass. I'm poor. Um, but I mean, I had fun with this, and I was real excited that it existed, and I would not be opposed to this happening with other like K-pop groups, but I can't
Right.
really see it happening.
I'm still playing it. I'm continuing to enjoy it, but like we said, like there's complete issues with this thing on a variety of sides that we covered earlier. It in a way also I think it makes me sad just because like the state of like good rhythm games is just like they're more and more tending to go to mobile instead of being like on consoles.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not gonna. It seems like it's gonna be harder and harder to see like, hey, here comes this like new big budget, cool rhythm game that has like licensed tracks and all that stuff, but it's gonna be on mobile and not console.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that makes sense. Obviously, I know exactly why that's happening, but you know, it's still like it's a bummer.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Because this game makes a lot of sense, like in terms of money. Sense.
Money, yes. I'm sure people are paying a lot of money because I've seen those leaderboards and I'm like, oh, how much money do you actually spend to do all this stuff?
Well, also, I wonder how much of those leaderboards are just like from the original release in April
Oh, right.
to now. So that could
makes
be a
sense.
possibility, but also they probably spent a lot of money too. Let's
Probably.
be real.
I'm not spending a cent on it. I'm sorry. I'm poor and I really would like to spend money on games that I like, but there's not a whole lot of value in the sense that like I can't get further in the game right now anyway.
Right.
So I feel like if I could get further, I would be more inclined to give them some money. But
I think that's
since
fair.
I'm like 60 stars away from actually getting anywhere, then I'm like, pfft.
But what if you spend some money and that way you could ensure that you're going to get a little bit better to maybe knock a couple of those stars off?
Oh, then I'd be at 60. No, I'd be at 56. There we go.
There you go.
It's frustrating, but
And then it just all tumbles down from there.
yeah, I'm too poor for that. I like to support game companies for doing things that I enjoy, but at the same time, like I have to be mindful of where my money is going.
Yeah, that's completely
And
fair.
I can't throw it at diamonds in a rhythm game.
Only diamonds in real life.
I don't even want diamonds in real life. Those are problematic.
That's true.
I mean, I'd be okay with the like. Well, never mind. Never mind.
Anyways, this is a K-pop rhythm game. Hey, download it if you want. This is probably going to be a very obscure episode for a lot of people if they get this far.
If you've ever been curious about K-pop, this is a really good place for you to start. Just keep in mind that 21's terrible.
True.
But I mean, it's a good place because they have a lot of really good Big Bang and G-Dragon songs on there that are very accessible to people who aren't into K-pop necessarily. Because K-pop is kind of an interesting genre.
It's a very catch-all term for a variety of different styles.
Yes. You can listen to one group and it sounds entirely different than something you're like. If you compare, say, G-Dragon versus G-Friend, then you're like, okay, wow, those are both under the K-pop umbrella. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They don't sound anything alike,
mm-hmm.
other than the fact that they're in Korean.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been interested, or if you're interested now because these two cool people are having conversations about it and saying,
hello,
like, hey, we like K-pop, you should go listen to it. This is a good way to kind of dip your toes in and see what it's about. See some shirtless G-Dragon for some reason.
I think that's an excellent way to put it.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't talk about thighs. You should be proud of me.
I'm shocked. I mean, there's no BAP in this game, so that's why.
It's true.
That's gonna do it for this episode.
All right. We talked about some rhythm and some Big Bang and some G-Dragon and some terrible 21. And all the rest of the YG umbrella. Or family, if you will.
Or family. It's all about family. It's like the Fast and Furious. It's all about family.
I was thinking more like a mafia.
I guess that works too.
Yeah. So those are two very different ways you could
go. Anyways, for more information from us, you should head on over to seasonalamecheckup.com or sac.cool. for past episodes from this very podcast and other things as well, like columns, reviews, words on the internet, that sort of thing. You can find more from Al at AnneLadyem.com, where you can find things like columns, reviews, words on the internet from her.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/anime checkup. That's where we do the Twitter tweet.
Twist.
Twist. Yeah, there you go. Twisted us all the time.
Come talk to us. We're friendly people for the most part.
For the most part. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA, if you are inclined to do that.
We are two very stressed out college students, so
hello.
help us out. Jared started back last week, and I will start teaching my class
in 2 days.
In 2 days.
And then 2 days ago, or 2 or 3 days ago, by the time this goes up.
Yeah. So
just
this
think
week.
You're already done by the time everyone's listening to this. You're done. First week's over. You're good.
Nice.
You're just relaxed. You're just like sipping a nice bev, while Loki and Max are just like chilling with you, watching the Food Network, just relaxing in bed. Chill.
I'll have to start grading some blog posts.
It's true.
So anyway, that was my long-winded way of saying that we are but poor college students. So if you would
and
be
always
inclined to
just
help
generally
us,
stressed.
yes, always stressed. So be encouraging, and if you have any extra monies, we would also appreciate that because y'all are awesome.
Next week, it'll be September next week. Good Lord.
Oh.
The post Labor Day special.
Oh my God.
We're probably going to talk about Mario and Rabbids next week.
I would assume so, because we are both playing it right now, and I think that we'll be either far enough in it or we'll have completed the game that we'll be like, okay, we can talk about this.
And that game is only 4 worlds, so...
Yeah.
And we've already completed 1, so I think we'll probably be good.
Yep.
Unless it just ramps up in difficulty and just completely smokes
beat
us.
EVO YG on us.
It does that. Obviously, as of recording, that game just came out today, so most likely that's what we will be talking about next week.
Probably.
Day 1 review. That game's weird.
It's super weird. Super
oh
weird.
Boy. I never knew that a Mario game was going to curse at me, and also a lot, and also talking about a Goomba getting water shot up its butt.
Having a clean butt.
Mr. Miyamoto, this is what happens when you let the Ubisoft get a hold of your franchise. Actually, it's fine. It's pretty neat.
We'll talk about it more, but it's kind of cool.
So yeah, look forward to that next week, and all the other stuff that we have going on, you'll find it on the Twitter if anything else pops up and all of that. So yeah, look forward to next week's episode, and just look forward to the week ahead.
We out.